Hey guys, we are here today talking about the Saucony Endorphin Elite, Saucony's premium top super shoe right now. And yeah, like first impressions, the bright green I really like, and I'm a big fan of brighter colors. Almost the brighter the color, the better. My favorite color at the moment is the purples and the pinks. Call me, whatever you want, but that's what I like. And I like this green though, so this green really stands out, it pops. Saucony have done some great colorways with their latest runners and racers, a few others with the chrome type looks and the sparkles, and I think that stands out. Within the elite racers that they have, they obviously need a shoe that people can see on the start line to know that they're running in a Saucony. So a lot of the shoe brands, that's why they'll do the brighter color editions so that people can see the professional runners in those shoes and they see the color and they automatically recognize it. I like how innovative this shoe is for them. I like the fact that you do have a bit of separation from the front and the forefoot and the heel. I like the way that the strap on the upper comes around. It looks cool. It looks concept-y. I really appreciate that because it does look like it's meant to go fast. Now, the upper on this shoe, the upper's great. I've got no issue with this upper whatsoever. It's not too stretchy. It provides good lockdown. The tongue itself, it's strapped in with a couple of stretchy pieces just to keep it in place. But then what we've got is this extra piece of wrap that runs around the top of the foot that goes through the sole, so you can see that underneath. One piece all the way around, locks in through your arch, gives you that control and support that you want in a shoe that might be a little bit softer than your average other shoe, and that creates a lot more stability. So there's not a firm heel cup here, it is just a piece of fabric. The heel cup is the one issue that I have with this shoe. Everything else I love, and I'll come to the sole in a second, but the one issue is the back here. Now, the piece at the back is stretchy, as you can see, and you've got a separate piece that runs around the back that's designed to hold your foot and hold the shoe into place on your heel. Through the top, you've got a little piece, if you can see that, but it's a little piece of foam that sits just above your haglins, so your insertion of your Achilles, that I'm guessing is designed to keep the shoe in place to stop it rubbing up and down. But it is really noticeable and it's a little bit intruding through the back, so I don't know what they can do in the next version to make that a little bit better, but because I can feel that, it doesn't feel like my heel is locked in through there, and it does feel like there's a little bit of slippage and movement. The lace system I'm really happy with. It locks in through your foot. You've got overlays on the mesh that provide that extra support and structure. I like the fact that they haven't gone too minimalistic with the laces. They've still got a few straps going across. They haven't tried to skip out too much and reduce the amount of lace holes on there, which is good. The tongue itself is obviously very airy, very meshy, and it fits nicely over the top. The fabrics feel great. You can see it, they've been glued through the inside. They're smooth, it's seamless. It feels like a little bit of suede, but it feels really nice and it's not heavy. Now, this shoe comes in at about a 230 grams for a size US 11.5, which is pretty much spot on with the rest of the super shoes at the moment. The Nike Alpha Fly, the Hoka Rocket X2, they're all around that 230 gram mark, which is perfect. So Saucony are spot on with that. Now the sole itself, so we've got the heel that sits into the sole, which I like. That provides that extra little bit of stability just through the back where it can cup the foot and the calcaneus that little bit better. The foam itself, I think, is a big upgrade over the other models. I thought the other models were good, but they were a little bit soft and mushy. This one deals with all of that. They have made it a little bit firmer, but it's got a lot more response to it, and I really like that about this shoe. With the outsole, very minimalistic, very smooth. That smoothness through there, it provides more ground contact, which provides more friction, which provides more grip. You've then got the little lug holes just in there, just for an extra bit of grip as well. Nothing through the outside, so that's just onto pure foam. We're looking to land more through the outside and then come down through the outside and then come off through the toe. And that's how we're meant to run, basically. This isn't a shoe for running slow in. This is a shoe for slightly more up-tempo stuff. Personally, the stability of this shoe has been good. I like the extra width just through the forefoot. We have that with the Night Vaporflies as well, especially with versions 1 and 2. 3 not quite as much, but 1 and 2 definitely notice that curve out through that forefoot to give that extra stability through there. This feels a little bit more stable than the Nike ones. The foam feels a little bit firmer, but it feels just as responsive. So I'm really happy with that. I say that this foam is a little bit more comparable to Adidas's Like Strike Pro rather than Zoom X. And I'm a big fan of those Adidas shoes at the moment that do have the Like Strike Pro. I get on really well with them. So this, I think Saucony has nailed it. You've got quite a late stage toe rocker coming up through the front, and that helps provide a little bit more cushioning just underneath the metatarsal heads. And again, I'm a fan of that with all these super shoes and the way that shoes are going. The drop doesn't feel too bad in this shoe. A lot of the shoes that are super shoes will rock you back a little bit just from where the foams are so soft, but this one feels a lot more stable. So anyone looking to move into a super shoe that has a couple of Achilles problems, I'd probably say that this might be a good option for you. So yeah, overall, I like this shoe. I'd have it in my shoe rotation, no issue whatsoever. I think it's great what Saucony have done. With the next model, I really hope that they sort the back out and the lockdown, but I don't think there's a huge amount more that they really need to change with this shoe at the moment. I'd like to say thanks again to Athlete's Foot, Pacific Fair and Broadbeach and the Gold Coast for giving these tester shoes so we can give you guys the best reviews possible. Thanks.